Hello everyone, welcome you all to Recycling Trends. In today's episode, we're going to have the subject on the journey of Switcheko Technologies, a startup based in India, and they're actually involved in the recycling and education aspects of it. And also, we learn more about this Switcheko Technologies in this program. And we have a guest, Mr. Akshay Deshpande, is a co-founder of this Switcheko. We learn about what is all this Switcheko, what kind of business model, and what's their vision in terms of the recycling, sustainability, various issues about this. Okay. Before I invite Akshay to give a talk, let me briefly introduce about Akshay. Akshay has spent 12 plus years helping the multinational chains in India, particularly working with the groups like Tata, Dell, Infosys, and Recycle, working on the greenfield projects and setting up manufacturing units. It was his duty, his work for that Akshay witnessed massive generation of different types of waste. This was a key factor in his conception, ideation of the Switcheko, a technology solution to solve part of this problem. Over the past 2+ years, Akshay has spent considerable time understanding the recycling ecosystem in India while working with various stakeholders, including industries and also waste collectors, both informal sector recyclers, to understand the challenges in the business. He's also well equipped with this experience. Actually, is now an avid speaker at many platforms that discuss and promote sustainability. So let's invite Mr. Akshay Deshpande to give an overview about the Switcheko, about their business model.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for the introduction, Mr. Rao. Let me give you a short brief about what we are doing at Switcheko. You will be able to understand more in details about Switcheko. Switcheko Technologies Private Limited. We are a young startup. We are a 6-month-old startup. We have started working on sustainability space. So everyone might be understanding what sustainability is, but why did we start going ahead and why did we start doing this is something which I wanted to explain you on this presentation of mine. Earth Overshoot Day. Basically, Earth Overshoot Day talks about what is the resources that the Earth is generating and what are the resources that we are using. So if you are able to see the screen at 2022, we have utilized the resources that have been created by Earth on 28th of July 2022 only. So that resources should have lasted on 31st of December 2022. We have already utilized those resources on 28th July 2022 only. If we at the same speed we try to utilize these resources, we will be end up requiring 1.7 times the Earth for the resources that we are using. So hope you guys are understanding the importance. Why do we have to optimum utilization of our resources? Why do we have to move ourselves towards sustainability is what we have to see around and think around and do it. This is what it is. And the world is getting warmer. If you see the slide which is talking about the temperatures increase in the world, this is because of drastic climate change that is coming into the ecosystem. So why are we Switcheko started doing this? What are we trying to build on? Is a transforming regulating landscape which is helping to go more sustainable future. So global context, we have the Earth Summit was there in 1992, the Paris Agreement is there, the SDG goals are there. We have everything that is available in the global context. In the Indian context, we have BR reports, there are a lot of other sustainability funds that are coming in, the impact assessment acts that have been there, but still we are lacking behind. In India, we have considered to be net zero by 2070. It's huge. The timeline that we're talking about is pretty huge in terms of what we're trying to build, what we're trying to do and see. So why at Switcheko? what is the problem that we are trying to address at Switcheko is one thing. Sustainability is such a huge subject. There is huge gap and lack of awareness in understanding people, explaining people why sustainability is needed. What is it about? What are the alternatives that are available? Lack of economics of scale, trending to the higher cost. Sustainable products have always been treated as they are very expensive. There is lack of trust. That still people believe, oh, if this product is sustainable or not, how do I know it? What do I believe it? There is huge gap in this entire space. So that is where we at Switcheko are working on multiple brands. We are grown with multiple B2B suppliers, multiple clients to enable sustainability to each and every household. Where what we do, we make eco-friendly products accessible at a very nominal price, building the trust and transparency by leveraging technology, blockchain, LCA analysis, life cycle analysis of a product, material data analysis been carried out, enabling communities, design sustainable packaging. This all is helping us accelerate the switch towards sustainability. As we are a marketplace, we also manufacture few of our products. There are also multiple of our partners who manufacture more of sustainable products, which are accessible to a larger audience. And we are doing it only B2B, business to business, because we want this impact to be available for all. And this, what are the solutions, what is the target segments, what are we trying to do, is what I'm going to explain it to you now. Products, we have eco-friendly products that are available. We have companies across the globe who are helping us. We are working with them in terms of this. The impact products by itself, which are being manufactured, are 90 products, 90 plus percentage of products are being manufactured by a self-help group or a tribe in India. So we help them, supply the raw material to them, we help them in terms of scaling their productivity, we give them training, we give them equipment to scale it to a level which is available like a global OEM market. We also help them with designing and packaging of their products. We work on multiple such packaging for other clients as well, where we're working with compostable plastic, water dissolvable plastic, home industrial compostable plastics. We are working on. We have packaging solutions for fashion, e-commerce, logistics. We have hotel amenities, kits for hotels and restaurants and FMCGs. We have a lot of stationary alternative products that are available for MNCs. Ecotourism products are there. We have a lot of options available for airlines as well. We are, since we have started manufacturing raw material, we can custom make the products to the client's requirement, which might not be a product that is available to us. But since we are working with multiple such raw materials, this enables us to do multiple things. So who our potential customers are, we are working in the logistics, we are providing them D2C brands, looking out for packaging options, restaurants, we want new startups who want to have their packaging, sustainable packaging in that, so that there is less impact on that. These are the hotel chains, contract manufacturing. These all are our potential customers in terms of what we're trying to build at Switcheko. So Switcheko Impact's offering is to the corporates, where we do an impact dashboard is available to monitor the impact of eco products that they are doing. How is the transformation that is happening? We are doing a lot of awareness program. We are doing a lot of take back programs for them. This enables us to have the direct connect with mass people to help them make the switch towards sustainability. And the impactful offerings for various stakeholders, how is our distribution model around, what do we do it in the direct sales. We also creating ecopreneurs. Ecopreneurs are the people who are well wishers, who are also a person who understands the environment side and want to promote products. We are manufacturing products for them. We work with a lot of ecopreneurs, giving them, they also in turn work with a lot of other corporates, hospitals, hospitality sectors, D2C brands, restaurants, schools, colleges, multiple such. These are, this is about me, Akshay, and this is about Akhilesh. These are all advisors. That's it. Thank you so much for bearing with me through the entire presentation. I'm here to discuss about whatever it is. Let's create a planet for our kids to love and to live.
Thank you, Akshay. Excellent presentation. Very nice to know about your company, and really good to know that this is a Switcheko. Let's talk about the name itself. I think you make the people to hit the point by name itself, right? Okay, so is it a switch to sustainability, switch to the eco practices? Is it right? There is just like
Yes,
switch. Yeah.
yes. So if you see the logo out here that I'm wearing, it's the
Okay.
leaf which has a switch in it.
Right.
So it's switch, there is a switch is on. So you switch towards sustainability it is. And there's an also another meaning which is in Hindi, that switch ek o. So it's the ek is in Hindi called one and
Right.
wo is the person. So we wanted to also appreciate the person who has made that switch. That one person who has made that switch is also to be appreciated. So we have derived these two meanings of that. So switch to eco for sustainability and switch eco for sustainability.
Wow, that's so fantastic to know about the meaning of it. I think that is also the driving force and the vision behind, your business. Yeah. So, you mentioned that you have started your business 6 months ago. How has been so far the journey?
So far, the journey is, to be very honest with you, sales are down, but awareness is up. So we have spread across in last 6 months. There were 25,000 plus young kids we have addressed. We have addressed to corporates. We have addressed this to multiple schools and colleges. And we have also addressed this to, we have now close to around 150 ecopreneurs who are aged between 9 to 16, who are actually taking our products and selling it out. And we call them ecopreneurs so that they act as our environmental warriors, we call them, our
Okay.
eco warriors. Eco warriors is what we call them. So they spread across. We are doing a lot of awareness program. One of our program that has been driven by us is called Eco Exchange. So when we talk about eco exchange is something which has been driven in more hotels and corporates. So it's basically everyone wants to make a switch towards sustainability, but they don't know how do I make a switch, and they want to do it without spending a penny for it. So we understood this. Then we because we have seen this space, so we wanted to do it. Okay, so there are a lot of corporates who generate waste, the schools who generate waste, colleges who generate waste. What they do, they dump it. There is burning happening, there is informal sending it out to informal sector. So we understood, why don't we take this as an opportunity and start working on it. So we have worked on a project called Eco Exchange, where we go down to corporate schools, colleges, hotels, hospitals and all. We collect their waste, and with our 200 plus waste management companies that we are working out with, we collect. So they do go there, collect that waste, and in replacement of that waste, we are giving them sustainable products. It might be sustainable chemicals, it might be sustainable stationery, it might be even sustainable self-care products. So which we are giving it out. So this makes us do two things. One is responsible channelization of waste in a proper sense, okay? And getting a person close to sustainability. So when he gets used to sustainable products, there would be a likely chance that he would again next time would want to have that opportunity to get those sustainable products back to him. So this is what we are trying to do.
And I think pretty clear. I think this is a way to go forward. you mentioned that you're working with the students, younger kids. What kind of activities you are engaging with them, and so that they understand the purpose of it, what exactly is, everybody uses this word sustainability. But
Understand.
it's basically keep yourself clean and have a good practices. Good
Very true.
practices, the way of living. Don't throw things away. Okay,
Yeah.
and everything is can be resource. Those are general words.
Yes.
But in
Yes.
environmental industry, we use SDG, sustainable development goals, sustainability, but make the kids to understand and what kind of activities you are doing with them.
So to just give you across, so when I go to a school, when I go down when I go down to a school, so what we do is first we try giving them awareness session, giving them what actually sustainability is, overview of picture of it, and then getting down to a smallest thing of waste management. So sustainability, a broader picture has been given that why sustainability is required for the life. But when we come down to waste management, that is something which they do, and they take them to a field trip. So I don't teach sustainability in classrooms because that is not something which can
Yes,
be learned. So we go down to a
exactly.
field. So when we go down to a field, is there where we do a lot of cleanup activities.
Mm,
So there might be we started doing of cleanup activities at this campus. So
mm,
when they realize they started their own backyard is so much of filth and all, then they understand what this situation out is. So
mm.
when we do that cleanup activity, our first is a session. Second is an on-ground training OJT, that is called on-job training, that has been given. So they understand, they do a cleanup drive there. Then there itself we call a waste management company, and who collects that waste and take it. They are been there itself shown that there is a value associated to this, and they get something. So there are sustainable products immediately being distributed out to them. So when we see this entire holistic circular economy, which is called, which barely seen, but this is actually true circular economy, that you have a waste there which has been collected, which has been sent to a recycling. The product are made out of recycling, and the product is again given back to the students. So this is what we try to do across. And when they see this happening, when they see this entire thing done with their own bare hands, they fall in love with us and they want to be part of it. So with many of such volunteers, we are also taking up every Sundays. They are actually taking up a lake cleaning activities, which starts from 6 a.m. in the morning to 9 a.m., which they do it. They call their friends around. Every Sunday there is a lake cleaning that is happening. Multiple such volunteers have started around. We are now close to around 7 to 8 lakes which are being getting cleaned by our volunteers, our friends, our fellow ecopreneurs who have been taking up this. So that's when they have their friends. So now the lake cleanup activities have become like a friend a reunion kind of a things happening on every weekly basis for a lot of their college going friends and who just started working. So they're all classmates come down, do a cleanup, have a chat. Then we also have something like a coconut challenge. So the
Okay.
challenge is to drink coconut without a straw.
Okay.
So that's when they understand that it is not that difficult even. So first time there are challenges, second time it's a cakewalk for them. So they understood that. So that's something which is so it there have been stories that they have been telling across to me, like it's like, yeah, that's been cherishing and something. It's like, and a story which I always tell is about a guy called Kalyan. So he's been one of my training sessions that I given it out to one of the schools here. So in the after I giving a session, in the last slide I've mentioned my number. If you have something, do call me up. So uh, it's been after I gave a session, 1 month after that I got a call from this Kalyan. You told me that you have to do segregation, dry waste and wet waste. I'm doing it. My father isn't doing it. So I'm giving the phone to my father. Can you please explain it to him that how it has to be done? Maybe I'm not able to explain him the way that you have explained it to me. He's like, was something which I happened to. So when I spoke to his father, he's like, father was like really embarrassed that my son has done this thing to him, and he did tell that, okay, I'm going to do that. 1 week after that, Kalyan again called me up. I think you have explained my father very well. He's now started to doing this. Thank you so much. When these kind of things happen in our lives, this just gives that moment that is enriching for the life.
Yeah. Actually, that is what I want to ask you as well. Nowadays, most of the schools, they give a priority to the about sustainability, ecology in the classrooms. Yeah. But when the students go back to their home again, parents, they're not up to it. They don't have the time. They're not aware of all the things. So they back to the same. They learn good things in the school. They don't practice,
Yes.
because whatever you teach in the school, you have to practice at home, right?
Yeah, I
and
think
and
that that's what we are trying to do at Switcheko, but we are only promoting it at school level. So what is happening? It is going the other way around. The students are taking it to their parents now, and with this lake cleanup activities, and today I can just give you an example of today's itself. So the bunch of students have got their mothers
yeah,
for the lake cleanup activity to be partnering with her their mothers and doing it. And another session that was for something which we've done in the morning, and the second session that we had was a bunch of kids got their parents mothers to a session today when they were just speaking about what was the activities that we were doing, how was an impact on their lives, and appreciating their mothers, that they have mothers are the ones who have been supporting these kids to adapt to these kind of things. So they have appreciated their mothers also in these things, and I think that's been a learning for us as well. We were trying to give trainings to a lot of corporates to understand that, but now we understand that we should target the younger generations, because they give it out to them. And when our products are also there are 9 years old to 17 years old who are actually taking products from us and telling that we want to promote these products to our friends, we want to promote these products in our schools. So they are like we call them our ambassadors. They are our ambassadors. We don't have to pay money to any ambassadors for a film star and all. These are all people are actually talking about our products and services
they're real
and
heroes.
spreading sustainability.
Yeah. I think I just want to conclude here is that you need to engage the parents, particularly the
Very
fathers.
good.
Mothers, they are
Yes.
the ones who keep the house clean. Okay, particularly in
Yes.
India, right? In my home,
Yes.
my mother is the one, fathers, of course, they're hard workers, earn money and things, but when it comes to sustainability practices to be implemented properly with the younger generation, it has to go hand in hand with the parents, and
Very true.
engage them. What are the cleaning projects that nicely we're doing with bring the kids along with the mothers and the fathers, but really fathers are the ones need to be trained more than the mothers. Mothers are pretty good. Okay, they are the ones
Yes.
who keep the house. Your house or my house are the same, I guess, right? So yeah, but it's very good to know that the awareness activities at the younger age really brings the sustainability in the long term. It's not something it's a difficult thing. It's a way of living. If you make it a way of
Yes.
living, that
Yes. Yes.
then whole world will be beautiful. Yeah. So can you talk a little bit about your B2B services? Okay. So
So,
far,
at B2B services that we are trying to build around is when it's the waste exchange or the eco exchange that I was talking to you earlier. So, eco exchange is something which we are trying to do. So, this enables the bulk generators of waste to make that switch towards sustainability very easily. And also, we are a B2B platform only. We wanted to work in B2B space for a reason that we can do a lot of touch points on sustainability from one single platform. If we are trying to work around an example, if we are B2C, he would be only buying one product, one sustainable product as of now. But when we're trying to go into a B2B, we might be touching down. An example to go to for hotels is we can transform his entry gate to an exit gate in a sustainable manner. from the entry from his registers, which are kept sustainable, from the invoicing that have been provided by him comes in a recycled paper. The cutleries that are being used in the restaurants are reusable cutleries. We also have the room amenities like bamboo toothbrushes, shaving, dental kits, shaving kits, sewing kits, and all everything in the room amenities are sustainable. We provide them with waste management. We help them with EV charging points. We help them with solar thing. So we also help them with chemicals that are used in the housekeeping, in enzyme-based, eco-friendly chemicals. So when you see, there are a lot of touch points on sustainability, and the impact is on overall holistic approach of sustainability. So this is what we are trying to do at B2B, and we do also and most of our 90% of our products are actually being manufactured by self-help groups or tribes only. So where what we do is we understand what our expertise are. We've seen what their expertise are. So we give them machinery, we give them raw material, we give them working capital. We get those products manufactured based on our specifications, and we then give it out to bulk. So that is the reason also we are doing B2B, because it would be difficult for a tribe to get one single product out from, because they are in actually a tribe who's there in the forest region. So it is difficult for to get one product from their tribe to the mainland, from mainland to the dispatch point. It's a difficult thing. So that is one of our major reasons that we choose to be in B2B scale.
Yeah, yeah, I think well said. I think this waste exchange businesses, many companies are doing similar format. Okay, I think
Yes.
probably
Yes.
that how so far how many companies you're associated with so far since
So
last 6 months.
yeah, so in last 6 months we have now worked with around 23 of the
Mhm.
businesses. We have associated with 23 of them. So we have transformed two of the hotels, and end-to-end hotel transformation has happened. And multiple such sales are happening in a small them, but a major impact is done on three aspects of
I think that more awareness is required. So the
it.
more
Yes,
understanding, a lot of times, sustainable production is that expensive to deal with it, and just
yes.
for the sake of, publicity, branding purpose, yes, we have eco products only, but in reality, it's a different story. Okay. So
Yes, that is what. So yeah, so awareness in last 6 months is what we are trying to do is create awareness. I think we were able to achieve the moment I'm speaking to you because of we've been visible. That is the reason you got an opportunity to be on your show and be there here. That is one of the things. So we made ourselves visible out there in the market. We have made without a single penny investment in terms of marketing. It was purely done on the work that we've been doing and the kind of awareness that we have been doing. So it's not a single penny has gone into doing any of the paid marketing things. It has purely been on the space of it. So that's what is enabling us to do good.
it's we call it the work speaks for itself. Okay, the more you do good work, I think that you have an ambassadors, eco warriors,
Yes,
ecopreneurs. These are your messengers. You don't need to do publicity and other things. If you're all
very true.
like-minded people, will always give a hand to you. Okay, so that because this
Yes,
is everybody wants a sustainable life, a world. So I think we need to support each other. That's why you are on my platform today. So I wanted to know who you are and what kind of business you are doing. This is very, very important for the every kid, every person living in this world have to have implement or practice a sustainable way of living, and that's very important. Um, uh, Akshay, I want to ask you, is it self-financed business or how do you manage? So it's 6 months or you have any partners?
no, me and one of my co-founder Akhilesh, we are two who it's a bootstrapped, so it's just both of us putting in. We don't have any investments or anything as of now, because this space, that the kind of work that we are looking at, most of the VCs don't understand it. They want 10x to the money that immediately when it comes down, but we are trying to create impact on people mindset has to be changed towards sustainability. To an example to quote, India was sustainable 30 years back. In last 30 years, we have come back to adapting westernization, adapting to Western culture. We have come down there. So we wanted to take back our country to that 30 years old country that it was, so that sustainability is still part of integral part of our most of the cultures that we do, most of the culture activities that have been followed, religious practices are things which have been there. So we just going back to the roots, as many people tell, just go back to roots. I think it's just we're trying to go back to roots, and that's an important part of it. But most of few investors don't understand this things that they want to go back to square roots, so which is something not as of now we are not there, but we are. If there is some like-minded who's there, who understands the space and understands the passion that we're coming in, but we will be happy to be
So
associated.
if you're looking for investors, not just about not with just with the wallet, but also with the passion towards the sustainability at the same time, preserving the culture and the nature, right? So I think that's what you are looking for. Is it right? Yeah.
Yes, yes, very true,
Yeah.
very true. I think you exactly took the exact gist of it in terms of
Yeah.
very
And I'm pleased to see some of the well-known people as your advisors or consultants. Can you talk about your association with them? What you learn from these people and how do they are guiding you? Their
wow.
role is important as well. In building your business. Is it right? Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. So I always tell these are people who are having the stick in their hands. So these are our teachers. So they know when to use it. So we are young, so we try to go around. We have that tendency to deviate from what we are actually trying to do. So our mentors are ones who are actually having the sticks in their hands, and they bring it back to us. Is what I tell. They are my teachers, they are gurus, and they are our well wishers, and they are nothing else than gods for us, because they are showing us the right path. So they are people. So we have one, Mr. S.K. Joshi, who was Chief Secretary, Government of Telangana, who has seen this space. He once he's completed as a Chief Secretary of the Telangana, he went and has did his education in from Terry in environmental sciences. So he understands this space to a core, and he's been instrumental in helping us maneuver around in a lot of places to not to go. Also, he has also guided us where to go and where not to go. That is Mr. Shailendra Kumar Joshi sir for you, and we have Ullas Parlikar sir. He's been known to me for a long time now, because he's known as a father of co-processing in India. He's the one who has started multiple such co-processing units, waste to energy. He's very well known in terms of what he's doing. He is an expert. He's a global expert in terms of this. So he guides us in a fashion that he comes from. So wherever we are not able to find a solution to it, he helps us around to go around find a solution to a particular problem in terms of the material category. Yes, SK Joshi sir helps us with the strategies and government things. Sorry, Ullah sir helps us with the material categories of it. And the third person is none other than Dr. Samir Joshi. He is a well-wisher of us. He's a guiding force behind Switcheko. Understand? He pushes us to the limits which we have never thought. He helps us to scale. How do we mass scale the products? What are the products that we need to take around? He guides us in those terms, and he also helps us in being sticking onto the ground, because sometimes, because we new startups, there are small things come down, it flatters you, and you are already in this seventh heaven. So when you talk to him, he gets you back onto the ground. So he comes with that, and that is then we have Dr. Ajay Gupta. He is the man of excels. He's a man of processes. So the entire you will every transaction, even I might be buying a pen, there is a process that has been defined by him, which is there. So we are a process-driven SOP, 100% ethical organization. Every penny to penny has been tracked to the minutes of minute details. Even if I would have purchased a chewing gum, would have been reported in the things. There would have some, every details have been done. So he helps us do define processes. He helps put up the KPIs in place. He helps us to have a balanced scorecard of our organization, and helps us to be a structured, rather being a startup, which is half of that, being a startup which is having a process driven approach. So these are our four mentors who guide us and take us up.
So it's very good to have, these guiding forces with you, so that you are on the right track, and also in a pragmatic manner. Some, as you rightly mentioned, that so you had to put you on the ground all the time, make sure the realistic way to move forward to achieve your goals. Akshay, it's a pleasure to have a conversation with you and learn about the Switcheko, or can you like to call Switcheko, or which one you prefer? Switcheko.
Both
Yeah.
both are the same, because there is, the words are not going to change.
Right. So I want more people to know about Switcheko and collaborate with you, make changes, and make a better environment for future generations, particularly. Okay, and I wish you all the best
Thank
for
you.
the
Thank you so much.
success of the Switcheko. Before I let you go, do you like to give any final message?
That's the first thing. I just wanted to thank you for taking out your time and considering Switcheko to be part of your wonderful journey that you are in, to get changing a lot of mindset of people and helping them understand this. I really appreciate what you're trying to do. And uh, the last one message is, please do not litter. Make the switch towards sustainability. And just one message that we would want to pass it on is like is one small thing, that you would not want your kids to be in a plastic jungle. You would not want them to be, rather you could not afford to be in a jungle, so let's give them at least a concrete jungle to be, rather than a plastic jungle. So let's properly, it's a tagline that I use it in Hindi: pheko mat, recycle karo. So don't throw it, just recycle it. So please do that. That's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Akshay. Fantastic. I wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Thanks. Thank you.
Guys, that's the end of this session today on the recycling trends, the journey of the Switcheko technologies based in India. As you see, the passion of Akshay Deshpande, everybody should switch to the sustainability, switch to sustainable practices. And if you like to collaborate with or associate with the Akshay and Switcheko, please do contact the Akshay Deshpande. I think, like I can see his passion, and he's going to do wonders for the India, and wherever he is there, or what are the activities he's doing, making changes in younger generation. I think that is more required. He's on the target again. Thank you all for being part of this session today, and thanks once again, Akshay. I wish you all the best, continued success. Okay,
Thank you.
cheers, man.
Thank you so much.